Hey there, this is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert, helping you and your senior living teams power up. And today I want to talk about why it's so important for your senior living teams and organizations to have a wellness program. Well, you may think that your teams are burned out, and that is a concern, especially after a couple of years that we've gone through with COVID. Teams do burn out, and just even under normal circumstances, caregiving is a difficult profession. Well, in a study by OnShift, who does work with senior living organizations, they surveyed 3,000 frontline workers, and they thought the number one reason and concern about that they may have, that frontline workers may have, was burnout. And it did come in at about 49% were concerned. But the second issue that rose to the top was that senior living professionals are concerned about their health. Now, of course, burnout does manifest itself in a number of different health consequences. Stress can be detrimental to health, and I have a video about that. But we need to really be thinking that if our teams are saying they're concerned about their health, what could you be doing? And a wellness program is not that difficult a thing to implement. And I know this because I am a former corporate wellness trainer and consultant. My first two books I wrote were all about wellness and how to stay energized. How does energy work in the body? My first book is titled The Ultimate Recipe for an Energetic Life. So I am really passionate about feeling well. And you should be too, because at the end of the day, what we have is our health. And we want our teams to know that they are working in a place that cares about their health. So stick on till the end here. I'm going to give you some of the easy steps to set up a wellness program, and then I'm going to talk about the one thing that you may be doing within your organization that is detrimental to your health, your staff's health, even your residents' health. So stay on till the end for that. Well, first thing to start with is a survey. I always like a good assessment when I'm trying to work with an organization. So just take a survey of your teams. Where are you wanting to focus your health on? Is it smoking cessation, or is it weight loss? Is it energy? What is really important to your teams? Because once you have a focus, you can begin to develop more things that will help them understand not only their health, but understand how important health is to you and as an organization. Next thing I always like to say is check in with your insurance carrier, because often insurance carriers offer wellness plans. They might offer programming. I've worked with some insurance carriers that have online tracking for employees. They can track different health things, they can monitor. So always check with your insurance carrier and find out what are they willing to offer, what are they willing to put into their packages that's going to help your teams with their health goals. Next, get a wellness team in place. Guess what? There are already people that work for you, with you, that are kind of wellness fanatics. They're the ones that bring in the healthy lunches, or they talk about a video that they've just watched, or they might mention a supplement that they're taking. There are wellness fanatics all around. I know because I work with them and I am one of them. But why don't you reach out to them and say, would you want to be a part of a wellness initiative here at our organization? And you'll be shocked, because if they're already into wellness, they will want to help out. So gather those people that are already on the bandwagon and begin to formulate your plan for your organization's wellness program. And then next, begin to map it out. What will it look like? Well, when I worked with organizations, I always had a monthly plan. I like monthly focuses. Talk to any activities professional in senior living, and they know they got a monthly calendar. And it's fun to, kind of figure out, what are we going to do for this month? So one month it might be, I'm going to get my steps in if you're focusing on an exercise proponent or portion of your program. Or maybe this is going to be the month that we start to increase eating more fruits and vegetables and do different things around that. So map it out, kind of make it a monthly program, break it down into different weeks. Once you get that wellness committee, task force, whatever you want to call it, in place, they can run with this and get really creative. Next is cook something. If you are a senior living facility, you have a kitchen, you have a dining area, you have nutritionists, you have more than a lot of other organizations access to being able to promote healthy diet, some healthful activities. So maybe it's just a snack contest and you have it amongst your employees, or maybe it is once a week, everyone either brings something in or you work with your dining services and you do, when I was in the restaurant business, we used to call it family meal, which meant the family of workers all participated. But you have resources within your facilities. Go ahead, use them. Think about how could we use dining services? How could we use our nutritionists? And start to add that to your wellness program. And then finally, weave it into the culture. It has to be a part of it. So, if you have an exercise culture that begins to form, people are going to be more ready to participate in that walk 5 minutes or take the stairs initiative, whatever it might be. Put it in your organization's vision statement. We are proponents for our employees' health and wellness. Put it on each team's vision. On our team, we agree to lift each other up in wellness and look for those ways to keep ourselves healthy. I thought that the results of that survey were amazing in that your people do care about their health. But sometimes, again, they're so stressed out or burned out, they don't have time. But knowing that their organization that they work for has made it a commitment elevates wellness. Well, now I said I was going to leave you with the number one thing that you may be doing either on your team, even for your residents at your organization, that is really detrimental to health, and that is sugar. The American Dietetics and the American Diabetic Societies have both come up and said that sugar is one of the top 3 reasons for degenerative disease. And the numbers are out there, and look for a video that I will do later all about sugar, because when I was working with corporate wellness, I really got the facts on what's going on. And it appears all the time. And if in your organization, you're using sugary drinks to power up through the day, or people are arriving and bringing in donuts, or residents are asking for that second dessert. I know this because my father-in-law's in memory care unit and he always wants the second dessert. And sometimes that's easy. Sometimes that's easy because we want to appease either ourselves or our residents, but sugar is very detrimental to your health. And in another video, I will tell you some of the reasons behind that. But if I was going to start my wellness program and initiative, my first month would be all about taming that sugar monster that might be your personal, one on your team, one in your organization. Really take a look at how sugar creeps into your day, because it is detrimental to health. So I hope you've enjoyed those tips on how to get your wellness program started and why it's so important. Your people want it. They want to know that they are cared for. So this is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert, helping you power up your senior living teams. Thanks so much for watching, and subscribe to the channel so you can get updates for future videos.